AITA for postponing my vacation with my GF because of my ex. My ex-wife and I divorced 6 years ago. We married really young. She is very religious and there was pressure from her family to marry. I was young and dumb and had just left the military with no sense of direction. We were very different people, but it didn't come out as we only dated for 8 months before marrying. It felt very romantic to marry after such a short time, but after we went and moved in together it was clear we weren't a good match. We stuck it out for 8 years but it wasn't working and we were both older, so the whole thing with living miserably to make other people happy, her and my parents, didn't appeal anymore. I don't blame her for any of it. I think we just didn't understand what we wanted at the time and did things to please other people. We had an amicable divorce and our son lived with her until high school. He is with me for high school because we live near a top school and she lives in a small town without a good high school. He is supposed to stay summers and holidays with her and come here to during the school year. My ex-wife got diagnosed with cervical cancer last month and it was caught late, so it's already spread. The long-term survival isn't great and I want my son to visit his mother in a week or two before she goes through her hysterectomy. My vacation renews every June 30th. I had saved 2 weeks to go to Hawaii this winter break. However, with this situation I want to take a week or two to go with my son to be there for him. His mom won't be able to cook and clean for him and he also wants for me to drive them up to the next city to visit his grandparents. The other issue is my son might have to stay with us for this winter break. He is supposed to go to his mom's, but it's unlikely now depending on her treatment schedule. And I don't want to go on vacation with him home alone with this happening. My GF is not happy because we have winter break set up to go to Hawaii and our flights have been booked. I called the airline and they said they would switch our flights to a later one for $600, which I offered to cover so we could rebook the vacation for next fall instead. But she thinks my son should be able to go back alone and thinks I'm wasting my vacation going with him when we already have plans. My son does go on flights by himself. He is almost 16. However, this time my ex isn't going to be physically able to take care of our son. There are also a lot of things to be done in prep for my son and my ex before she goes through chemo and surgery. My GF is upset I'm prioritizing my ex over her, but I see it as going because my son might lose his mom.